Friday, April 9th, 2021, and you're watching the Paper Call Report, brought to you by OfferVault, the largest affiliate offer directory in the universe. First up, we have our top categories. Home services has remained the #1 spot this week in a tight race against legal. Insurance and personal insurance are in the 3rd and 4th positions this week, and we foresee insurance campaigns gaining even more steam in the weeks ahead. Financial services has jumped several points this past week to land on the top categories list for the first time in the 5th spot. Next up, we have our top offers. A niche legal campaign for trucking accident calls from NetFly has been leading the pack this week as the Vivint home security offer from American Classified Services follows closely behind in the 2nd position. Addiction marketing specialists trailed behind in the 3rd position. The addiction and rehab campaigns are huge this week, taking the majority of the top offers, with 5 out of the top 20 offers being addiction and rehab related. With high payouts, lots of restrictions, and a niche audience, this vertical should be on every paper caller's radar of industries to investigate. For direct links to the OfferVault campaigns, verticals, and more, check out the Ringba blog for full details. A link will be provided in the comments below. Next, we have our top networks. After several consecutive weeks in the #1 spot, LeadSmart has dropped to the 2nd position, with last week's newcomer, Hyper-Target Marketing, securing the top spot. It's been a tight race, and we're excited to see how this plays out in the next few weeks. Aragon Advertising and Market Call have jumped several positions this week, taking the 3rd and 4th position, followed closely by eLocal. All top 5 networks this week are Ringba customers. Again, we'd like to thank our friends over at OfferVault for providing us with up-to-the-minute market data and helping us analyze the latest changes in the paper call industry. Next, we have our paper call trends. For more market insights, we turn to our industry expert, Fernando Mendez, the CEO and founder of Assure Media. Fernando, what are some strategies for keeping costs down when running insurance campaigns on search? And what is the #1 most important lesson you've learned while running Google pay-per call ads?
So thank you first and foremost, thank you for having me, Jordan. Thank you and the Ringba team. With regards to just minimizing costs, and here at Assure Media, we're all about minimizing costs and maximizing ROAS, as we like to call it, for our clients. And the best way we do that is really focusing on separating out our keyword variations as much as possible. We focus on our long tail, which is where you'll find less competition and competitive variants that will cost nearly not as much as some of the main keywords that everyone else in the marketplace are bidding on or competing against. So with a competitive landscape like insurance, you want to make sure you're honing in on ways to identify some low-hanging fruit and general long tail keywords that the rest of the world isn't essentially bidding on. And that's one way, right? And then we have a second approach that we take, which is just our conversion rate optimization. If you're driving traffic from landing page, in our case, a lot of our inventory and traffic comes from call-only ads. So we focus on driving inbound calls with call-only across all lines of insurance, auto insurance for one, health insurance, over 65, Medicare insurance, and final expense. It just gives us the ability to hone in on our core product, which is the consumer-initiated inbound call. And the call length and call data that we gather from Ringba gives us the ability to identify what keywords, what ad variations are driving high-quality calls from Google and the ad search platform. So leveraging Ringba's call data gives us the ability to understand how our keywords or ad variations are producing calls that translate into sales for our clients. And believe me, the call data and keywords, identifying keywords and ad variants that not only drive good calls, but drive more calls. So more calls and better calls for our clients. Conversion data is important. Obviously, it gives us the ability to understand ways we can optimize and continue to optimize in real time.
Thanks, Fernando. Next, we have our pay-per call opportunities. Call Drivers, a performance-based marketing campaign that specializes in pay-per-call marketing for financial services, is looking for final expense buyers. For more information on how to work with Call Drivers, please reach out to your representative or sales@ringba.com for further details. Peak Advertising, a full-service digital advertising agency that specializes in insurance marketing, is looking to buy inbound calls for final expense, term life, and auto insurance from qualified publishers. For more information on how to work with Peak Advertising, please reach out to your representative or sales@ringba.com for further details. Call Trader is looking for an account executive and account manager to add to their rapidly expanding team. If you're interested in working with Call Trader, visit www.calltraders.com/jobs. Next, we have our news and announcements. In industry news, the U.S. Supreme Court has recently issued an opinion that will narrow the view of what constitutes an automatic telephone dialing system under the TCPA. The court's interpretation effectively limits that definition to only systems that target sequentially or randomly dialed numbers. For this new definition, companies are free to employ automated dialing systems that target thousands or even millions of consumers, so long as the database of numbers they use isn't sequentially or randomly generated. We expect this outcome to result in massive increases in volume for outbound calls via SMS. Furthermore, our team predicts that warm transfers generated by SMS will begin to explode across all available verticals. Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Paper Call Report. Be sure to tune in every Friday afternoon to stay on top of changes in the industry. If you're a Ringba customer and would like to be featured on the show, please contact your representative for more information. Ringba is the call tracking platform trusted by industry-leading paper call companies. Connect your online marketing to your offline sales and get the data you need to drive revenue with Ringba. To learn more about how Ringba is changing the future of paper call, visit www.ringba.com.